Now, if you speak to any particular expert, whether we're talking in the business field, in health, in personal development, or in the improvement of relationships, you speak to anyone that considers themselves an expert and you say, well, how can I be successful in this particular domain? They'll always tell you that you need to be both committed and you need to be consistent. Now, the catch for us is when we kind of hear that, we're like, okay, cool. So I need to be committed to some things that I maybe need to do. And then I need to remain consistent with my implementation of those things. Then we kind of go, okay, well, I haven't been showing up and doing this, that, and that. And therefore I haven't been consistent. So therefore, at the moment, I'm displaying an inability to be consistent with my commitments. So this is what's preventing me from getting to my goals. You know, I just struggle with consistency. I'm someone, I don't know how to show up for myself, and I just can't remain on track. I can't stay consistent with it. Now, the catch is this obviously puts us in a bit of a negative light. Like we see ourselves as not quite being good enough to do it. But when we actually sit and think about it, what we would actually realize is that we're already committed and we're already consistent with a whole lot of shit already going on in our lives. The catch-22 is because we haven't reached this idea of success, whether in business, relationships, health, and so on, because we haven't reached that goal, we think that we're no good with consistency. We think we're no good with commitment, but we're losing sight of the fact that in certain areas of life, we're probably already successful, probably already dominating, and therefore already committed and consistent with the actions needed to be successful in those areas. Now, on the flip of this, unfortunately, there are also going to be areas where we are consistent and also committed to more negative actions with more negative outcomes. For example, we might be committed to eating poorly. We might be committed to a poor sleep routine. We might be committed to overspending beyond our ability to earn and things like that. So we may have negative consistencies as well and negative commitments that don't necessarily feel like commitments because you didn't consciously make the choice. But unfortunately, it's leading to a real outcome in your life because of this repeated pattern of behavior. So therefore, without even choosing it, we've become committed to it. So what we need to do is, of course, sit back with ourselves and go, okay, well, where in my life am I currently committed to things that aren't serving me, that I maybe need to stop or tweak or change? And then where in my life do I need to take some of this commitment and consistency I already have and divert some of that energy into the new actions and the new steps I need to take in order to get me to the goals that I want so I can actually be successful. Because if you can just transfer what you're already doing well into a new domain, it's much easier to stay consistent. We get this quite a lot with people because I work with a lot of busy entrepreneurs and so on, and they're often very successful in business, but struggle like fuck with their body. It's like the business takes priority every single time. And I don't want to get into health too much and waste too much time because that's going to risk my profits. Then my money's going to go down, which is going to make things shitty at home and so on. So there's all these different reasons why they don't want to work on their health. But in reality, the same mindsets and skill sets ultimately in terms of personal development that enable you to be successful in business are the same that enable you to be successful in your health or in your relationships. There are always correlations between the mindsets and the skill sets required, as in the base principles that will allow us to be successful across multiple domains at the same time. We think, unfortunately, that we have to always sacrifice a domain or more in order to be successful in another. Oh, if I want a successful business, that means my relationships have to be sacrificed. Oh, if I want a successful relationship, that means my business has to burn to the ground. Oh, if I want to be healthy, that means I have to burn my business and my relationships to the ground because I'm now focusing on me and I'm too selfish and so on. So there's this idea that we can't have it all. But the truth is you can, as long as you learn how to apply the same base principles across multiple domains at the same time. Because if you don't do that, then you'll find yourself going all in on one thing and forgetting about the rest every single time. So back to the question of the day, where in your life are you currently committed to things that aren't serving you, that maybe need to stop, be tweaked or changed? And what things are you already committed to where you can take that effort and that energy and just apply it in a new area or in a new direction to help you get to the goals that you want to achieve in your life, whether that's in your body, in your business, or in your relationships or personal development. We can always just tweak and shift those consistencies and commitments that we already have in order to grow ourselves across multiple domains at the same time. So that's all I'm going to leave you guys with today. If you want me to dig into this any deeper, let me know in the comments. And of course, as always, like I say, if you have any questions, let me know. And if not, I look forward to chatting with you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, people, and I shall chat to you soon.